How are you, Abbas?
Sir, nice.
Shall we begin?
Yes, yes.
All right. So, Mr. Abbas, please introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Ghulam Abbas, and I belong to District Riyasi. And sir, I have done my graduation in 2016, and after that, I have done my diploma in elementary education in 2018. After that, I have taken admission in for MA History in 2019, and I have completed 1 year. And in between I have left and started my bachelor in education in 2020, and since 2014 I am married also, and I'm also working as a teacher, and that's about me, sir.
All right. You are from the Riyasi district, right?
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell me regarding the history of Riyasi, that who was the leader or the king that established this state, and what was it erstwhile known?
Sir, about Riyasi, it was as far as I remember, it was Raja Bhim Dev, I think, who has
Yes.
started the town of Riyasi. And I'm not I'm forgetting the exact year or the period in which it was established, but I think it was Raja Bhimdev was established the Riyasi, town of Riyasi.
Okay. Riyasi was earlier known as.
uh, Sir, I don't know, sir.
Okay. As you're from Riyasi, you must be knowing that which are the very rich fine ores that we actually see in Riyasi. What are the various minerals that we get from Riyasi district?
From district Riyasi, sir. uh, from district Riyasi, I think coal is there, some lower quality coal is there, and
Okay.
uh, some type of so I'm not able to recall exactly.
All right. As I can see that you are pursuing a master's in history. Can you tell me that how archaeologists reconstruct the historical past of human beings?
Sir, archaeologists, they are helped with the scientific knowledge, as we know that uh, they do it with the carbon dating method, and due to that, the stratified structure, any of the demolished structure or any of the monuments which is almost all over India, and mostly attributed to the Indus Valley civilization or others. So the carbon dating method is there, which help the archaeologists to find the different periods, and other than that, it is not so exact or accurate, but they tend to, we can say that uh, tend to think or conceptualize the basic things about the previous periods. I think so.
I can see that you have also studied Islamic studies. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I have studied.
Can you shed some light on the origins of Islam?
Sir, origin of Islam being a as a separate religion from others is the in 7th century, and in fact in the 6th century, with the birth of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is our prophet, and after that, Islam emerged as a big religion, and it also extended all over the world with the uh, that Khalifa period also. Like we have four Khalifas of the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they are Hazrat Abu Bakr, Hazrat Umar, Hazrat Usman, and Hazrat Ali. And after these 2 or 3 centuries, the Islam also spread to India when we got to know that Muhammad bin Qasim came to India in 712 AD, and he conquered the Sindh. And with other Persian and Arab like Mughals also came there, here in India, and we can call it subcontinent of India. Uh, Various other rulers like Mughal and Delhi Sultanate, they also brought many features. And through sea route, also we can say that the uh, major concept of Islam came to India.
What do you think is the contribution of Islam in the modern science?
Sir, modern science, geographically, we can say that geographically there was a major contribution, and some cartography or maps that are there, and some I think surgery related or medicine related some concepts were also brought in by Islam, and various other like in Hinduism we see that yoga is a major contributor to the healthy issues. Likewise, we practice as a Muslim, we practice namaz. That is also an essential feature for our physical and mental and overall holistic our to tackle with our health issues, and it makes our health good. So that is, I
Okay,
think, so contribution.
okay, Abbas, can you give me a one recent example that has been news from last 2 years? One recent example related to the COVID pandemic that had its origins in Islam or in the Muslim period.
In Muslim period, I think during the period of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam itself, there was a pandemic. I am not able to recall exactly, sir.
Don't you think the it is somehow related to the quarantine or the origins of quarantine?
Yes, that was there. As far as I'm remembering that there was some direction from the Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I think that he directed most of the visitors that they should be separated from the communities for some health issues. I think I have read somewhere like this, but now I'm not exactly remembering the.
All right. You can see that recently there was a controversy regarding the hijab in a state in India where the students were not able to get into the class. This
Yes,
hijab thing has become has become a global news now. Seeing what we see in France, what is happening there, as well as now the examples in India. What do you think is the general perception towards hijab of the people of India?
sir. As far as hijab is related and it is concerned, uh, in Indian Constitution, for first I want to mention that every person has the right to religious freedom under Article 25. So when it comes to hijab, I don't think that it is inconsistent with the school uniform or anything else, because people are following their religious aspects and the wearings. And like Sikhism, in Sikhism we see that they are allowed to wear kirpans and turbans, and in Islam people used to follow their practices and their attires. So it is not a big issue in India, but the regional at regional level, people follow with some vested interest or with some particular ideology. They follow to some segregate the sections, and I think some political motivated some issues are there. And as far as France is concerned, sir, the Indian secularism and French secularism is different, because in France, the secularism is strictly separated from the state. But in India, we have a concept of positive secularism, where government is also promoting and also providing various concessions, or we can say that uh, various facilities for the religious freedom and to practice the religious freedom. So it is a
Can you
negative.
can you list some positive contributions that the government has made towards the religion of Islam or the Muslim people in general? The present regime.
Sir, in present regime, they once they had started this Islamic window concept, but it did not conceptualized, or but and other thing is that in Islam they have abolished the this uh, triple talaq is also has been abolished, and uh, other things about sir, I'm not able to recall.
Regarding the abolition of triple talaq, how do you think the people of India or the Muslims of India responded to it?
So, majority of the Muslim community have they have they have expressed their contention about this issue because they think that their government is encroaching over their personal laws or personal practices. So, but in a different aspect, when we see that some orthodox or some low educated people or some less literate people, they tend to follow this practice with other things and in negative aspect, like we have seen in so many cases that people in drunken state, they abruptly practice uh, this triple talaq. So there is a this is not a thing that which most of the people are practicing in India or most of the Muslims are practicing in India, but due to these few issues or uh, few things which happened in the past, like 80s and 90s, where we have seen that various cases came to the um, Supreme Court and High about triple talaq, and ultimately the Shahabanu case and other cases were there where Supreme Court has educated and they have given verdict against it.
Can you tell me what uniform civil code means?
So uniform civil code is given under Article 44 of the Indian Constitution, and in India it is not still followed, but it is in use various time, and it is in debate and discussions. And I think Goa is the only state in India which is which follows the uniform civil code, and at the central or state level there is no such thing about uniform civil code.
Do we have a uniform criminal code in India?
So uniform criminal code, we have a CRPC 1973, and other criminal code. I think IP, this Indian Penal Code is there.
As you can see that against the
Yes,
uniform civil code, Muslim community is precisely the most the most important community that has raised their voices against the uniform civil code. Do you think that it is hypocrisy on the part of the Muslims that they accept the criminal procedure code and but they are against the civil proceedings, the uniform civil code? They accept the
sir,
CRPC and the IPC, but they don't want to accept the uniform civil code. As you
the
can see
question.
that
Sorry, sir,
for,
the
okay,
question was
I'm
not able.
repeating the I'm repeating the question that as you can see that in India we have a criminal procedure code
Yes,
CRPC that
yes,
all across the communities all of the Indians follow, including the Muslim communities, and they follow the criminal
yes,
procedure code of. They don't want to follow the uniform civil code. I'm talking about the Muslim community.
yes.
There is a hypocrisy on the part of the Muslims that they accept the criminal procedure code because in Islam there are very harsh, or we can say that very difficult proceedings against a crime and difficult punishments against a crime, and they want to get to the no least punishment and follow the criminal procedure code of India, but they don't want to follow the civil code of India.
Sir, when it comes to CRPC, it is basically a mixture of different provisions. It is not particularly about the religious things are, but when we come to uniform civil code, it is mostly about the personal laws and personal rules which we follow mostly in our religious aspects. So When it comes to the Muslims following or not following the uniform civil code, I think, sir, in fact, most of the religions in India, because India is a diverse religious country, the majority of the communities of the different religions, they don't want to follow the uniform civil code, because it is not about the Muslims who will ultimately be affected with it. It will be every community which may have some influence of the uniform civil code. And most of the till now, I think till date, most of the people in India will not accept this to follow uniform civil code, because every religion, religious aspect, and every religious practices will mostly be mixed in it.
Okay. You have completed your BA from Maulana Azad National Urdu University. Can you tell me that what are the reasons behind the weakness that the language of Urdu faces right now, vis-a-vis the other languages in India? Because Urdu is generally, day by day, it's not getting used too much.
So first thing I want to mention here is that the followers of the Urdu are the scholars and the other students of the Urdu are less as compared to other languages, mainly the Hindi language, because Urdu once was the main language of the India when there were Mughals, and the Mughal, after that Bhakti period, we can say Urdu was a after Bhakti period, Urdu was the main language, and most of the scholars and the priest practiced Urdu. But in today regime, or after independence, we can say that the promotion of Urdu is less, because the dominance of Sanskrit and Hindi dominance is there in India, and it is because mostly dominant, and the majority of the community is following the Hindi and the Hindi and that Sanskrit part. So Urdu is not promoted too much. So it depends upon the people who are practicing or speaking Urdu. Uh, they, if they want to promote it, or if they want to develop, they need to influence the government. They need to uh, request the government or other institution, are they themselves.
Okay, Abbas, I would like to know that. Can you name two books that were written by Maulana Azad in Urdu language?
Sir, Maulana Azad has written, one is Al Hilal, and I think second is Al Balag, which were written in 1912 and I think 1914. I think Al Hilal and Al Balag.
You are currently working as a teacher. Uh, what are the subjects that you teach?
I basically teach primary classes, because as I'm junior in our school teachers, so I basically teach primary classes below fifth.
So, what are your subjects of interest currently?
So my subjects of interest are social sciences, history, geography, and political science.
Okay, all right. I can see that your hobby is cooking and cricket, playing cricket.
Yes.
Who's your favorite cricketer?
So my favorite cricketer is MS Dhoni.
Okay, please name some three qualities that MS Dhoni has that you like.
Sir, first thing is his decision making, and second thing, I want to say that his calmness, and third is, sir, his leadership quality.
Okay. Do you think that Indian cricket has MS Dhoni has left a void in the Indian cricket team after he announced his retirement?
Sir, to some extent, it is true, because the qualities of that I have already mentioned, the leadership qualities, especially. So it cannot be filled immediately, but in near future, after some years, basically, definitely it will be filled. And we have other leaders and other senior cricketers also in Indian team like Rohit Sharma. Virat Kohli was there, but he has left the captainship, and some issues were there recently. And but we have other leaders also like KR Rahul is there, Rohit Sharma, and other leaders, other cricketers are there who can lead the team efficiently. And MS Dhoni is still here to mentor the cricket team, and I think uh, some basic concepts and some basic qualities of the leadership can be transmitted to other future captains also.
We can see that in some cricketers or in some athletes, there is a general trend that we see. There is a pattern that when the athlete is at its peak, he just or she just wants to retire at his peak. We saw that with Dhoni. We saw that with Imran Khan. We saw that with the MMA wrestlers. For example, a Muslim wrestler Khabib, he retired at his peak. So, what do you think retiring at his peak means to such athletes?
So first thing is that it is their personal decision to retire or not. Second is that sir, most of the people want that in future they should be known as a good cricketer, good player, because when a person is at peak, uh, it is very probability that he will be known all along the history, all along the future period with a on a good note. But if a player is not doing well in his in the last days of his career, it is a possibility that he will be known as a bad player, or we can say that not a good player.
So
I
it's
think that.
it's all about the legacy that you want to leave behind, and not about the country that wants you right now.
No, sir. They because the most of the athletes and the cricketers, they have already done so much for the country and the cricketer. It is not there that they have not done, because Khabib has done so much for for his country. And MS Dhoni, as it is well known that he has brought World Cups for India, one 2011, 2007 T20 World Cup. He has done good, very good for the country. But there must be some personal independence for personal decision. I think we should not uh, decide upon the cricketers and athletes about this.
Okay. Regarding cricket, can you tell me what a silly position is in cricket?
Silly position is, sir, near the slip.
Okay. All right, Abbas. Now let's get to the cooperative sector, a post that you have applied for.
Yes.
Can you name some cooperative societies in the Riyasi district?
So Riyasi district, we have about 18 cooperative societies, and they're mostly multi-purpose cooperative societies. And sir, exactly, we have some three multi-purpose cooperative societies in this Arnas, block Arnas, and three are in Mahor. And some marketing cooperative societies are there in Jyotipuram, Poni, Bharak, and one more is there like Pura Corolla Marketing Society, I think, in Riasi town.
What, according to you, are the three main problems faced by the cooperative sector in the Riyasi district?
So first, this is my personal experience also, that people, most of the people don't know about the cooperative sector, and in fact, the whole cooperative phenomena, what it is. All. So first thing is that. Second thing is that the cooperative site which were established long ago, but they have not contributed too much to the economy of the region, and to the resources, pooling of the resources of the region, for which the cooperatives are well known for. And the major issue is I think the awareness and the importance of the cooperatives is there, which is not known to the people. And second is the government will, or the, we can say, the political will is missing, also missing there, because everything which happens, or which recently we have seen that government has come up with the new Ministry of Cooperation, and advertisement and awareness campaigns, and all these were missing in the past. And we may expect some good things in this cooperative sector in near future.
Please give me the organizational structure of the cooperative department in JK.
So organization structure, first there is secretary to the cooperatives, and after that registrar is there, and I think additional registrar, and after that deputy registrar, and assistant registrar at block level, and one district audit officer at district level.
So if you get selected, you'll be working at the block level. Can you tell me
Yes.
what would be the various initiatives that you take to actually solve the problems that you have recently stated?
Sir, first is the because we I have seen that people mainly depend on their leadership, their leaders, like political leaders, MLAs, sarpanch, and other people, for their economic upliftment, for their economic benefits. But with the cooperative, we can make them aware that you can yourself make profits, earn income, and you can pool resources very efficiently in the cooperatives, and you don't need to depend on anybody for your economic upliftment. And people tend to remain poor, and we can make them some we can give them income benefits through cooperative sector.
Okay. Okay, Abbas, can you tell me what was the contribution of Fred Nicholson in the cooperative movement in India?
Sir, I think as far as I remember, Frederick Nicholson was a person. I think in 1892 he was appointed by governor of the Madras Presidency, Lord Wenlock, for the for some recommendation, for some suggestion about the cooperative societies. Because at that time there was no concept of cooperative in India. So I'm sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
What do you know about Operation Flood Program?
Sorry, sir.
What do you know about Operation Flood Program?
So Operation Flood Program was started by Dr. Varghese Kuren during 1960, and it was about the also called as Milk Revolution. And due to this, we became food in this milk surplus country, and we are the largest producer of the milk in the world. It is about
Okay,
milk, sir.
which is the body that implemented the Operation Flood Program?
Sir, I think Ministry of Agriculture. I'm not sure, but I think Ministry of Agriculture is there.
Okay. Recently, the government has launched another green revolution in the environmental sector. What do you think are the
Yes,
various initiatives taken by the government in that particular sector?
sir. I don't know exactly, but may I guess?
Yes, please.
Sir, I think it is about the environmental preservation, and about the this increasing forest cover and tree cover, and preserving wetlands also. I think it is about this.
Recently, the Glasgow Summit COP26 was held.
Yes,
Can you tell me what were the things that India committed to the entire world in the Glasgow Summit?
sir. in COP26, as we know it, Glasgow summit, India has committed for the this net zero by 2070, and second is the uh, 500 gigawatt fossil non-fossil energy, and other is the 45% reduction of the this fossil fuel consumption, or the fossil energy through fossil fuel, 45% reduction. And I'm missing, sir, other.
As you said that India has committed to become net zero by 2070. Can you
Yes, sir.
briefly tell me what is the difference between net zero and gross zero?
So net zero is about the level of carbon emission and the uh, carbon absorption capacity. And sir, gross zero, sir, I'm not able to recall exactly.
Okay. Regarding the fossil fuels, you said that India wants to decrease the consumption of the fossil fuels, and India is heavily working towards renewable energy. And besides that, India is also trying to, reduce the dependence it has on the imports of crude petroleum. So, in that particular pursuance of that goal, India has launched ethanol blending in India. So, can you tell
Yes,
me
sir.
what blending is and what are the targets that India has to achieve?
Sir, ethanol is basically from the organic products, as we know that from sugarcane, maize, and the wheat uh, remains. And India has targeted, I think, 20% ethanol blending. I think that is the target of India.
By
I think it is till 2025, I think.
so, do we have ethanol 20% ethanol blending currently in the petrol?
Currently, it is not there. I think it is, I think, 10%. I'm not exactly remembering.
Okay, all right. Recently there was another concept in news regarding space hurricane. What do you know about space hurricane?
Space, I don't know, sir. Space,
All right.
I don't know, sir, about space hurricane.
Okay. Boss, can you tell me what are the various schemes launched by the government of India in the cooperative sector?
So, cooperative sector. Sir, first, the government has taken this Sakar Se Samriddhi, this initiative, and other schemes. I'm not able to recall, sir, right now.
Okay. All right, Abbas, let's conclude the session. Uh, and now let's get to the feedback. तो
Thank you.
कैसा लगा आपको
Thank you.
आपका इंटरव्यू कैसा था?
Sir, it was like, it was average, sir.
क्या कहाँ लग रहा है आपको कि कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है?
Sir, first, I think communication skill, because this is my first chance to sit in front of any uh, mentor, or we can say any faculty of the institution. And in fact, it is my first interview. And मैं तो 2016 या 17 तक तो बिल्कुल इस चीज़ के अंदर ही नहीं था। नहीं, इनफैक्ट 2017 के बाद में थोड़ा बहुत सिविल सर्विसेज वगैरह इन चीज़ों के बीच में आया हूँ थोड़ा। तो उससे पहले तो समझो मैं ब्लैंक था बिल्कुल। तो इस साल तो मेरा जेकेपीएससी प्री भी क्वालिफाइड हुआ है। तो बाकी एवरेज था सर। आगे आप ही बता सकते हैं बेटर।
ओके। अब्बास, मुझे लगा कि आपकी नॉलेज अच्छी है, नॉलेज में यू डोंट हैव अ प्रॉब्लम। और ये इंटरव्यू जो है भी नहीं नॉलेज का टेस्ट, ये तो पर्सनालिटी का टेस्ट है। तो उस हिसाब से नॉलेज जितनी आपको होनी चाहिए थी, अच्छी खासी नॉलेज है आपको रिगार्डिंग योर ओन सब्जेक्ट्स, आपको अच्छी नॉलेज है। वन थिंग दैट आई रियलाइज्ड इज कि कभी जब मैंने आपको प्रिसाइज कुछ कंट्रोवर्शियल सवाल पूछे, यू टेंड टू बी ऑन द वन साइड। आप एक तरफ थोड़ा झुक जाते हो। उसमें आपको फायदे भी बताने हैं, नुकसान भी बताने हैं, और बीच में रहना है। तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने आपको कहा ट्रिपल तलाक में कैसे लोगों ने उसको लिया, तो आपने कहा कि इट वाज लोगों ने लिया कि इट वाज एज एन इंट्रूजन जो गवर्नमेंट कर रही है उनके पर्सनल लाइफ में। तो आपको वो तो कहना ही था, उसके अलावा कुछ थोड़ा पॉजिटिव भी कहना था कि इससे मेरी एम्पावरमेंट हुई औरतों की, या उस तरीके से रिगार्ड। हाँ, वो मुझे लगा थोड़ा बैलेंस में रहना है, कंट्रोवर्शियल सवालों पे थोड़ा बैलेंस में रहना है, प्रोज एंड कॉन्स दिमाग में रखना है आपको, चाहे प्रो हो या कॉन हो, चाहे फायदा हो या ना हो, आपको फिर भी कोई ना कोई फायदा बता ही देना है। और प्रिसाइसली जो मुझे अच्छा लगा आपका कि आप टू द पॉइंट और पॉइंट वाइज जवाब देते हैं, दैट इज वेरी गुड। आप ज्यादा खींचते नहीं है सवालों को, आपको जितना आता है पॉइंट वाइज आप देख के उसको एंड कर लेते हैं, एंड दैट इज द वे टू गो अबाउट इट। कुछ इसमें सजेशंस है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अगर पैनलिस्ट या चेयरमैन सर आपको इंटरप्ट करेंगे, कोई पैनलिस्ट आपको अचानक से, आप अच्छा जवाब दे रहे थे और वो आपको इंटरप्ट कर रहे हैं, तो आपको इंटरप्ट करने देना है उनको, और आपको अपना सवाल उधर ही, अपना जवाब उधर ही रोकना है। फिर जब वो दूसरा सवाल पूछे तो पुराने सवाल को, पुराने जवाब को परस्यू नहीं करना है, तो दूसरा सवाल पूछा तो दूसरा जवाब देना है। तो अगर आपके पास अच्छा खासा जवाब था बट आप बोल नहीं पाए, तो उसको छोड़ देना है, बिकॉज कभी कभार वो डिलिबरेटली इंटरप्ट कर देते हैं ताकि देखा जाए कि आपका एटीट्यूड कैसा रहेगा उसकी तरफ। मुझे लगा आप काफी काम थे, तो दैट वाज वेरी गुड। नॉलेज भी आपकी अच्छी है, एटीट्यूड भी आपका परफेक्ट है। बस आपको कम्युनिकेशन पे, एज यू राइटली सेड, कम्युनिकेशन पे थोड़ा काम करना है। आपके पास आइडियाज है, नॉलेज अच्छी है, बट वो पहुंचानी है लोगों तक। यू नो, पैनलिस्ट आपके बारे में उतना ही जानते हैं जितना आप उनको बोल पाएंगे अपने बारे में, ठीक है, और आपको बोलना अच्छा है। तो हाँ, उस पे यू नो यू हैव टू आंसर दैट। और लैंग्वेज का ये है, अगर जैसे मैंने अभी उर्दू में बात की, तो आपने रिप्लाई इंग्लिश में किया, सो ये नहीं करना है। तो अगर पैनलिस्ट आपको हिंदी में सवाल पूछ रहा है तो हिंदी में जवाब देना है, इंग्लिश में सवाल पूछ रहा है तो इंग्लिश में जवाब देना है। तो डोंट चेंज द लैंग्वेज, फॉलो द पैनलिस्ट जो वो आपको बताएंगे। प्रिसाइसली मुझे लगा कि आपका बैकग्राउंड भी अच्छा है, उसके बारे में भी आपको अच्छी नॉलेज है, आपको अपनी डिस्ट्रिक्ट के बारे में नॉलेज है, कॉपरेटिव्स का भी अच्छा है। आई थिंक कि इफ यू वर्क ऑन योर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, you can be selected in this exam, inshallah.
इट वाज अ नाइस इनिशिएटिव, बहुत अच्छा इनिशिएटिव आपका कि क्विंटेसेंस क्लासेस का, कि जो इतने बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे इतने सारे बच्चों का इंटरव्यू गाइडेंस प्रोग्राम चला रहे हैं। दिस इज़ अ वेरी बिग इनिशिएटिव, एंड डेफिनेटली इट विल हेल्प मैनी कैंडिडेट्स। तो इससे बढ़िया क्या हो सकता है सर? थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Abbas, हाँ, thank you so much.